That'll be interesting to see how they work that. They'll be hoping that they don't have to get it into their middle order too much. So after 2 overs of pace, it's an immediate change to spin. We might see Marchant de Lange change ends. He might come in to replace Pratis GC and bowl the 4th. Now here is a young left-arm spinner with a huge amount of talent who had a very poor first season. I think he was nervous last year. He did get his Nepal national team debut in those ODIs, the bilateral series against Canada last February. I think for those who know the domestic game well here, they think that from a wicket-taking perspective, Surya Tamang might be the biggest threat of all the domestic left-arm spinners. He is still a work in progress, still a young man. When he gets the ball to turn sharply, had a remarkable PM Cup last year. I think he took 32 wickets in 8 games in the 50-over format last January. So I expect him to have a big season. Ignore last year, forget about it. Let's see how he goes this year.
Thick inside edge. Might have carried if extra cover was at extra cover. Just a little square.
Such an interesting thing when you field in the ring, particularly at extra cover at mid-wicket. I think about my career as a leg spinner, always one of my best fielders at those 2 positions. But they had to know their angles. He's at a better position here for the spinner. I'd still like him a step. Actually, he's at mid-wicket there, isn't he, for the left-hander? I'd still like him a step straighter. You almost want him in line with the stumps and walking in then towards the batter. And then it's all about anticipation. As we see a misfield, a fumble that will cost a single.
It's quite difficult from our vantage point, though, to see the angles of the fielders because of where the pitch runs. It sort of runs at like a 45-degree angle for us, doesn't it? Can't have that when you're defending 130.
Yeah, add that into the drop catch. Everything has to go right when you're defending a low total. Remember, the Kings have been impeccable in their 2 games so far. This is the first time they're coming under real pressure. Beauty. I think this is bowled him. And Surya Tamang has the breakthrough. He is such a talent. He can get it to turn sharply. This time he goes flatter through the air, gets it to skid on. Might have flicked the flap of the thigh pad, and just the bail is being clipped. It's enough to remove Asif Sheikh.
A lot of good players of spin like to play off the back foot, but this is too full. It's too full. Again, there's no spin. It just skids on with the arm, and because it clips the flap of the back pad, it goes on to the stumps. He's done him in the flight there, as Surya Tamang gets rid of Asif Sheikh for 13. Bolts 19 for 1.
Anil Shah, the captain, to the crease. Still work to be done. Very well bowled, Surya Tamang. Again, the extra cover is not straight enough. Allows the single, allows Shah to get off the mark. It's a clever piece of bowling, this, wasn't it? Might have just hit the shiny side of the ball, or was he intending to skid it on?
Say it again, I haven't seen anything really spin. I've seen the ball keep a little bit low. I've seen 2 paced. And I think that's just skidded on, was just a little bit too full to be playing back to. Done him in the flight, really.
A little bit of turn on offer. But again, some of the fielding angles and positions are just perplexing me. Just allows the single the way that field's set up on the leg side. It's 21 for 1. Well, some people read into the at this stage an awful lot, but as it stands right now, honours even. Still think the Bolts will be the happier of the two sides, no doubt. They know exactly what they need. Done such a good job with the stadium. Saw the Red Bull fan zone earlier. There's the NCL fan zone. And it is the hottest ticket in town. It's quite remarkable. We expected the crowds to be good, but HD, to see this place packed to the rafters already, and Suda Prashim still to come, it really is quite inspirational. Now here's Naran Bhatta, who's been given the nod in both games over Subhash Bandari, the former Nepal under-19 player. They're the two off-spinning options in the team. He'll come in to bowl the fourth over. Very clever piece of bowling in the previous over from Surya Tamang. I think you can tell in my voice how much I think of him as a cricketer. And I thought this was canny.
It's just too full to go back to that. Just once it hits the deck, it just skips on.
I don't think Asif Sheikh, for the second time in his innings, knew where the ball was. Didn't know when he hit that boundary into the leg side, and he didn't know he'd been cleaned up there. Definitely bowled.
Lovely, Babu.
You approach it in a chase like this when the spinners are bowling the power play. Do you want to see them take on the fielding restrictions, or are happy just to work it around?
I think you have to be aggressive inside the power play. I don't think it's going to get easier. The likes of Lamachani still to come. Delanga will be canny at the back end. I do think that you've got to be aggressive inside these first six.
Good bowling, Naren.
The batters seem to be indicating to me, HD, that they're finding it tricky out there. Finding it slow and, as you said, a little bit too paced. But the reality is, if they were offered restricting the Red Hot Kings to just 135, remember they made 220 in a game earlier in the season, which is a Nepal Premier League all-time record. You would imagine that they would have bit your hand off for it.
Oh,
We
lovely,
just need to put any
lovely.
thoughts of a two-pace surface out of the minds and say we've got to get these runs. Can't find the gap. Should have put that away. Not the greatest delivery, but a good start from Bhatta. Just two from his first. It's 23 for 1. Well, a cautious, a sedate start from the Bolts in this chase. We felt as though they might try to take things on in the power play. They're doing anything but. Surya Tamang will bowl his second. Oh, this is close. This is very close. Given, not out. Did it pitch in line is the question.
There is a lot of head in hands here. Slip, the keeper. And you can give yourself a chance as an umpire to have a look. Does it pitch outside leg stump and turn? It's an awfully good shout. I wonder if the reasoning was that it's pitched outside leg.
This is what we don't need to see. We need to see the game being got on with and the players respecting the umpire's decision. It was a tight call. If it's pitched in line with the leg stump, it's probably out. But on first viewing, Durga Subedi feels, I think he's given this not out because he feels as though it's pitched outside leg. It's turned sharply, remember? Brilliant bowling from Tamang. If it's pitched in line, yes, it's probably out, isn't it? Decision giving not out, on with the game.
I wonder if the Bolts considered. Let's have a look at this. That's a good shout. Very good shout.
Lovely, lovely, Shuri.
Sorry, I wonder if the Bolts considered doing the other day a Mark Watt. You know, there's Lofty Eaton who could walk in and say, well, let's get ahead of the game. Try and get ahead of the game. If it doesn't work, it's okay. Nothing's lost. We've still got Asif, Anil, Malanta. Consideration.
I think you've got to remember about that decision. You get one look at it, okay? Okay, on the second, third replay, you obviously think, okay, that's probably out. But in the first innings, I think Bashir Ahmed was out. I think that was crashing into middle and leg stump. He was on none at the time. So, you know, big moments in the match. This one swept away, gets it behind square, but half a hand from Pratish GC will keep it to a couple. Decisions go both ways. And I think one thing that I'm so keen to make sure we see from all the Nepal